love Blackberry freezer jam. I honestly love any kind of freezer jam. It maintains that lovely fresh fruit taste while having just a little bit less sugar than your standard cooked jam does. So this is one that, as long as I have freezer space, I like to have in there. I need to have 1 2/3 cups of crushed or mashed or blended berries. So I'll take my blackberries and I'll put them right in my blender. And I usually start out with about 2.5 cups worth and then blend it down and see where it falls and if I need to add more. When I blend these, I blend them on low because I want to make sure that it doesn't get completely liquefied. I still want there to be chunks of that fruit in there. Now I'll set my blender off to the side and I'll pull out a bowl and I'll combine 2/3 of a cup of sugar and 2 tablespoons of instant pectin. Instant pectin is a little bit different than your standard cook type of pectin because it doesn't need the heat to activate it. So that's going to be the kind of the key to know if you can use it for freezer jam or not, is when you look at the directions, does it say that you can use it without adding any heat? So then I just mix my two together here. So the sugar just needs to disperse that pectin throughout it, because if I were to put it right in with the fruit at this point, it would just gel up and kind of clump, and I don't really want that. Now I'll add my sugar and pectin to my blended blackberries, and I'll blend those up for about 20 seconds. If I was doing this by hand, I would want to blend or mix for probably about 3 minutes. Now all I have to do is pour my jam into an airtight container, leaving anywhere from 1/2 inch to 1 inch of headspace so that it has some room to expand once it freezes. Then I'll place an airtight lid on it and I'll put this on the counter for 30 minutes. Now I'll place this in my freezer and use it sometime within the next year. When I go to use it, I'll take it out of the freezer, put it in my refrigerator, allow it to thaw, and then I use it on my toast or my sandwiches or whatever it is that I'm planning on using it for. And I'll keep it in the refrigerator until I've used it. Once you place it in the refrigerator, you should use it within the next 3 weeks.